Hi there, and welcome to Flights of Fandom, the show where we create improvised fan fiction using tabletop role-playing games. I'm David, he, him. I'm a graphic designer, an illustrator, and a game designer, and you can check out my game design stuff over at dbb-8.itch.io. And I will be your game master on this fine Saturday, where I am at least afternoon. This week, we're back in the Batman universe for part 2 of Escape from Arkham, Night at the Museum. We are playing a heavily modified hack of Grant Howitt's Honey Heist, in which all of our players are various, at this point, mid-level hench people working for Gotham City's various villains, including such notable villainous figures as Two-Face, Poison Ivy, and an insurance company. So let me kick it over to.
Pretty sure that one's a super villain.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's on a whole other level. We're not we can't even begin to introduce this sort of evil into our game. It has to remain completely off screen. So I'm gonna kick it over to our cast to introduce themselves, starting with Mattie.
It's me. I am Mattie for now. You can use she, her, they, them with me. I am playing Ed, former employee of the Riddler, now employee of an insurance company, kind of an upgrade in villainy. I meant for him to kind of leave his life of crime behind, but now I guess it's just become kind of more legitimized. Let's see. Ed is, you can use he, him with Ed. Should I say a little bit about him or just leave it up?
I think that's good. Yeah, we'll meet Ed momentarily. Let's move on over to Marcy.
Sup? I'm Marcy, aka Experimental Madness. You can find me under that name most places around the internet, except on Twitter, where I am and will continue to be your resident cryptid under the username Merciful. Maybe one day I'll answer things on there. It's the perpetual question. And I'm both very excited and not at all nervous. It's going to be totally fine. Just 100% chill vibes over here for my character, Jacqueline Ripley, aka Jacky Ripley, aka the girl that drank, I think, 5 martinis and 3 whiskey shots before anything even started. So she's great. It's good.
Moving on to Puja.
Hello, I'm Puja. I have a very important mug. I don't know if you can see it. It says Biden, Harris, worth the wait. We hope. Fingers crossed. But I play Manny Quinn, the wifey of our very own Harley Quinn. And she's just, I don't know, streaming shit, having a good time. This is kind of like a pre-party for her for the New Year's gathering she's gonna have with her wife. So, mostly just don't piss her off, and she's gonna play some tricks. It's gonna be a good time.
And finally, Hopper.
That's me. I'm Hopper, your resident trash basket. And I use they, them pronouns, as does my character. But we'll talk about them in a second. I can be found in and around the interwebs at Fail Deadly. That's with a 3 instead of an E, because I'm a bad person, and also so it looks like Fail Badly, which is also, very on brand. But my character tonight is the driver, Olly, who is the what's the word for the body servant of Poison Ivy. That's
a word.
That's a word. They're Poison Ivy's driver. Go-to concierge.
I hate to do this, but you know what it is. It's the Batman. In World War I, if you were an officer if you were an English officer on the front, your military
Comp
right hand guy
aide de camp.
was known as a Batman.
That's true.
What?
Yeah,
I
that's a
fucking
true
forgot
historical
that.
fact.
Yeah, like in the British military, an officer's aide de camp was referred to as a Batman. Fuck, I forgot about that.
So Hopper will be playing Batman today.
Mhm.
Joke's on you. I'm Batman.
Oh boy.
And
Anyway,
we'll
in a
save that
change of
twist for
plans,
later.
Hopper will be leaving the stream.
Puts on even more dark clothing and a cowl I definitely have just sitting around.
Yeah, valid. Totally valid.
You don't all have dark owls sitting around?
I 100% believe you do.
But you guys don't have a latex and ballistic armor suit just around?
This is my cow.
Ballistic, no. Latex, maybe.
Weapon, sure.
Oh my. All right. This isn't that kind of stream though.
Not yet.
Let's not get kicked off Twitch, guys.
So let's A, not get kicked off Twitch. B, jump back into our story. So we are going to resume once again with snow caught in the lights over the Gotham skyline. But this time, the lights are flashing red and blue as our view moves down to see this crowd of police vehicles in front of the Arkham Museum of Art. The red carpet is still rolled out for the museum's New Year's Gala, but now it's crowded with cops behind police barricades. We see a man in a trench coat with gray hair and spectacles shouting into a megaphone, "This is the GCPD! We have you surrounded! Release the hostages and come out with your hands up!" And in response to that entreaty, there is a barrage of machine gun fire from the front doors of the museum as cops run and duck and cover. We catch a glimpse into the museum's Great Hall, where we see just a quick glance of Poison Ivy, the Riddler, Two-Face, and the Joker, who is holding a smoking Tommy gun. Our view then moves into the interior of the museum. We see a handful of Joker and Riddler thugs searching through various hallways, and we land in the Incan civilization galleries, where we see Ed and Manny, who are currently in a room filled with flashing red alarm lights with these big heavy metal security shutters barring all of the exits, except for this one sliver of an opening that Manny made by quickly sliding in and jamming a purloined crowbar underneath this falling door. So let's get a quick description of Ed and Manny. What do you look like and what are you doing right now? Let's start with Ed.
So just before I start, we're still in the room.
Yes.
There's just the sliver of the opening.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And Ed, you are, I believe, holding the artifact, this little Andean stone statuette, which was your target in this gallery.
Yes, I'm holding the statuette, which is purported to have mystical powers. Ed is clean shaven. He's about 5'10", and he's a little husky, especially now that he's kind of left his job with the Riddler, so doesn't get sort of out as much, is kind of behind a desk, sedentary. He's got this high and tight haircut, and brown hair and brown eyes. He's holding the statuette in one hand. In the other hand, he's got, I think he's got Manny's phone. He's just finished recording a boomerang of her sliding in and shoving the crowbar in. But he's not looking at that right now. I think he's like sizing up the kind of the sliver and he's like also not very like agile, so he's kind of like, oh, I'm gonna have to get through that. I'm gonna have to squeeze under that door. I'm not looking forward to that. So he looks a little
This may be a problem for Ed.
Yeah, this may be a problem. But also, he's got one foot tapping to the Frozen 2 soundtrack, which he has hacked on to the museum's alarms. So, all in all, I think it's a net positive.
I'm curious. I don't know. Did we describe the statuette at all? I think this would be Olly's purview. What does the statuette look like? Seeing as this is something that Poison
I've
Ivy,
written 8 paragraphs about this. I've written 8 paragraphs about this. Clearly, I was very prepared for this question.
Yep.
And I'm not in any way stalling for time.
Please read us all 8 paragraphs in full. We'll just sit here quietly and wait until you're ready.
Yes. What's that? I think I'm going through a tunnel, David.
You're breaking up.
Watch it on a video chat. So I think this is this statuette's about the size of a large iced coffee, and it's vaguely shaped in the like a person sitting on what appears to be a kind of a formal stool. It's made out of looks like it's carved kind of out of stone, but probably something pretty soft like sandstone or soapstone.
So maybe like kind of worn away at this.
Yeah,
like a
it's
little
definitely.
worn.
Yeah, like it's definitely suffered the weight of years, but it's very distinctly a person. I would say it's an androgynous figure, holding with one palm open, kind of facing the front, and one palm closed in a fist.
Cool. And this stone is purported to essentially grant nature powers. Yes.
I don't know.
What?
I think that there is rumors of association with poison and contagion, and the big thing is that this statuette actually is from a site that pre-exists pretty much every known culture in the South American region. Like we're talking like well before the Incans, well before like the Olmecs in Mesoamerica. Like we're talking very, very old, like improbably old.
Interesting. Cool. So let's pop over to Manny. Manny, let's get a quick description of what you look like and what you are doing.
Okay.
Presumably at this point on the floor in front of this security door.
In front of Ed, sprawled out on her stomach, you holding up a crowbar, you see the back of Manny Quinn. She is in a tight, sparkly dress that she has hitched up from being knee length to about mid-thigh, because you can't do those kind of acrobatics with tight, longer dresses. Come on, let's be real. She is barefoot, and you can't tell, but like she's got some nice jewelry on that she came with before she started purloining other jewelry from exhibits. And as put together she is from the neck down, it's all like the whole impression of class is thrown away by shockingly bright blue hair. And you see her stretched out holding this crowbar, and she turns to Ed and she says, "So we going through? Where's everybody else?"
Not sure. I might. Is there any way you could kind of like, that's not like one of those, like tension rods that you can like twist to like raise the door up a little? No,
but I've been doing leg presses for just this day. And she flips around, scooches under, and like, with her thighs, and tries to leg press the gate up.
All right. I want to roll for this.
Oh my god.
So, as a reminder,
MPAA wants a roll for this.
Yeah.
What?
The MPAA.
Well, we'll see how spicy it gets. So, as a reminder,
You gotta try.
in this game, you have 2 stats: hench for anything criminal, like hacking, picking locks, sneaking around, etc. And man for things that pretty much anyone can do, like running away, throwing a punch, or looking around for something. So, in spite of the fact that this is a decided feat of strength, I am still going to call it a man roll.
Okay.
For Manny.
Just so everybody knows, I have 5 in man.
Join the club.
So shit might get real fast.
Oh God.
So are
am I
we
just
rooting
rolling
for you to fail? Is that what's going on?
It's gonna be real hard, man. It's gonna be real hard for me to fail.
Yeah,
It's just
because
one?
if you succeed on this, you will pop a point from hench up to man, at which point one of your bosses is showing up.
Oh no, I'm gonna put on the serious glasses then.
So am I rolling just 1 die?
So I think you are. So you have 1 by default. You are. I don't believe using
I'm a
your
saboteur, so
specialty
this
here.
is sabotage.
And you're not getting any assistance. And I don't know if does this fall under your gimmick?
I mean, circusy shit.
Kind of, yeah. So give me 2 d6 here.
It's gonna be real hard to fail, y'all.
God, the anxiety just.
Oh, I rolled a 5 and a 4.
Okay, so both of those succeed, as they are both under your rating of 5.
Yeah. Also,
good.
I mean, hey, look, yo, I just leg pressed a security gate. Like, that's fucking impressive.
Yeah.
We're all very impressed with you, and I'm also scared.
Okay, so I did initially have the modification of the rules that hitting a 6 in the default game causes the Batman to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Which in this case would be
Which I think is actually appropriate here. We have added the
Which is
additional
what Manny's
rule.
been trying to do this whole time.
We have
Like,
added
he
the
keeps
additional
succeeding at
rule.
it.
That is fair. We kind of need him
that
right
hitting a 6 if you're working against your bosses can also cause one of them to show up. But I think Batman is probably the appropriate thing here.
now. Oh my God.
So Manny, you describe what it looks like as you lever open this the bottom of this gate with your just powerful, destructive thighs.
Ed, you getting this on camera? Ed!
Yeah, absolutely. Hang on. He's like doing that thing where he's trying to like unlock the phone and like open the camera.
Swipe up!
Okay. Oh. Okay, wait, can you do it again? Do it again. Do it again.
Oh, I don't think I can! Oh, Manny just
farther.
tries to like take one leg off and was like, nope. This is a twofer. And she holds it up and then, it's okay, Ed, you can just go through, it's fine.
Well, okay, he's accidentally hit the recording button, so it is now, like, recording, but he's just not aware of it, and he's, like, so it fully catches him, like, like, falling underneath the open gate.
Yep.
Are Jacky and Olly coming?
So, yeah, let's pop over to Jacky and Olly. So, Jacky and Olly, you are actually in a side gallery here. You were kind of sneaking up on the last of Poison Ivy's eco-terrorist hench people in this side gallery. Listen, I call him like I see him. Yeah, I saw that head shake, Hopper. And so we, I think, see Manny and Ed sort of sliding out into the main gallery from this room that was shuttered off. And then over on the side of that main gallery, there's another smaller room where we see Jacky and Olly. So let's get a description of each of you and what you're doing as your compatriots slide out back into the main room. Let's start with Jacky.
Yeah. Currently, Jacky's trying to keep her hands on a ancient Egyptian weird mirror. I think she also got a hold of a revolver. She hasn't used the backpack yet. She doesn't have that because you guys got the backpack, and I went off with Olly. So I still have like this weird, like what was it that I nicked from another exhibit
you
to like
have...
hold everything that's strapped onto my back?
Oh, yeah, you did grab an ancient like Peruvian papoose.
So I've got that. Yeah. I'm sort of here, like I'm sneaking up along with Olly because I was brought along as backup. Jacky was wearing a really nice black dress before everything kind of kicked off. And the irony not lost on her, she had to rip up one side of it in order to move more freely. So a sleeve is off on the right side, and the hem is also been torn up to like the hip so she can walk and throw punches. Her hair is it's half shaven, longer on one side, shorter on the other, and as usual, it's always half in and half out of a dye. She can't ever seem to like decide which color she wants it to stay as. So right now, unlike Manny's beautiful and pristine blue, it is just fading into brown and blue all over the place on the longer side of her hair. She would look super nice if it wasn't for the, kind of just nonplussed panic about the situation that she has now suddenly found herself in. I think she's kind of crouched near Olly, just sort of waiting for their signal about what they want to do. Because, these are their guys.
Yep.
I'm kind of worried about starting a gang war, to be honest.
That's valid. So beside you, we see Olly. So let's get a description of Olly. And Olly, what are you doing
so
here?
Dressed a little bit uncharacteristically in fairly formal normal pleb clothing. Olly is wearing a fairly nondescript suit, though on occasion, like when you see the move, you can see that there is like a kind of paisley ivy green pattern on the interior, wearing their stereotypical pair of sunglasses, Olly is about 5'8", pretty slender, but kind of in that wiry cord muscle kind of way, with a faded, like kind of a bleached out faux hawk kind of vibe going on. A lot of steel earrings, kind of rings in their ear, some and just generally looking irked. An expression of irk on their face. They're holding what appears to be almost like a pen. It looks very much like a pen, but they had just critted actually, and just snuck up and just booped in the back of the neck with this pen, which has injects a poison, very similar to scopolamine. Which causes short-term memory loss and the feeling of an intense hangover, and in this case, instant unconsciousness as well, onto two of their boss's henchmen. So I think you kind of see with all the other hench people, all these other minions. They're not even hench people; they're minions. They don't have any class. I think you see Olly turns to Jacky and just goes, I'm gonna go poke the rest of them. That way they don't know where anybody's been here.
All right, you want me to, knock them out or drag the bodies away? I can hide some of them.
We don't need to hide them. Just need to give them a little bit of the old, just little bit of the old poison.
All right. Look, if something goes wrong, you just call me and I'll take care of this the old-fashioned way.
You good?
Take care of them.
Yep, I'm good.
You good?
You good?
Yeah. You sure?
Yeah, it's a good night. You're having a good time. I'm having a great time.
This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Sure, cool. David, all the minions are down, right?
So there's one remaining minion. You see sort of at the far end of this room that you're in. She's, like the other ones, in sort of like an olive jacket with some cool patches. Has a backpack on, and I think probably a beanie. And she's sort of like with her back turned to you, studying one of the display cases at the far end of the room. What do you want to do?
So Ollie's gonna walk up and just be like, just gonna walk up, stand. You said her?
Yeah.
Okay, Ollie is gonna stand next to her and just kind of sidle up very non-threateningly, and just what's your name? Kayla or something? Someone with a K, right?
Yeah. Kayla, Ollie, what? Yikes.
You guys, wow, like the level of professionalism is just fucking, you know what? Never mind. And he's just
I mean, you just came out of nowhere.
No, I walked right up to you. Like, you guys need to work better on your sit rep training. Like, come on. This is disgraceful. And Ollie's just gonna poke her, just immediately while saying that, just be like, boop.
Yep.
And grab the back of the backpack, so she doesn't fall over, and just gently lower her to the floor. And we'll take that backpack and any spare, like couple spare magazines if they've got weapons.
All right. Let's see how it goes. Give me a hench roll. I think this is some specialized criminal activity, and you are definitely using your boss's gimmick here. So you have 2d6.
It's getting deeper and deeper into my Roddy Raccoon voice. I'm doing a cool Roddy Raccoon voice for those of you that haven't watched the Happy Hour. That's a raccoon that sounds like Danny DeVito.
Great.
That is a 3 and a 4. I currently have 3 in both.
Okay, so that's one success. You are able to, exactly as you say, just pop her in the back of the neck with this little pen, this little, knockout EpiPen that you've
stylus. It's like a murder stylus.
Yeah.
A murder stylus.
And you lower her gently to to the ground,
and,
holding her back.
And I'm moving a point from man to hench or hench to man.
You were gonna, as you have succeeded in hench, you are gonna move a point from man to hench.
I hate this system.
You're welcome.
I love you, but
you,
this
David.
is fuck you for making those words come out of my mouth. Is really what I'm getting at.
It's what it wanted to be all along. I felt it in my heart.
It really is. You should support this.
All right. So I think Ed and Manny, you poke your heads into this side gallery where Jacky is sort of by the, tense and alert by the door, and you just see Ollie lowering this figure onto the ground at the far end. So what are you all doing?
Can I see them?
Yeah, they like, move through the door next to you.
Do you have the backpack with you guys, or did you forget it?
I think Ed was holding it, right?
Yeah, I have the backpack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said I think like Jacky spots you. She's like,
Hey, Ollie, go long. He doesn't actually.
No.
He doesn't actually throw the statue, but he does like he'd do to a dog, to try to trick them. He's like, I'm just kidding. Got your statue. I thought it would give me magic powers, but it didn't. So, 0 out of 5 stars. But here you go.
maybe we don't mess with the weird and unverified claims of how magical some of these items might be.
So I should lick it?
No.
Don't, no. Ed.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
all this is happening, by the way, with
he
the
really
music.
quickly gives the dollar
Ollie
because he
takes
definitely
it.
is thinking about it.
Ollie takes it.
Jacky's horrified.
The Frozen 2 theme swells in the background.
Yeah.
And as Ollie is going to,
it is slightly distant as the alarm is going off in an adjacent room. So we're
Okay.
not
And I think
full
while
volume
The Frozen 2 theme
While this
swells in another room.
Yeah.
Now, while this conversation's going on, you hear a big slam as Manny has like twisted herself around and like pushed out from under the gate. And I assume as she takes her legs out from under the gate, the crowbar just falls over, and the rest of that gate slams down.
Yeah, it slams down and the crowbar like swoops out, and clinks across the floor.
I'm so glad that didn't make any noise whatsoever while we're trying to sneak around this really large museum trying not to get caught, because that would be the worst thing in the world. If somebody heard
We've
that.
had 6 alarms already. It's okay. Like,
Here, let's just
also,
frame
I've been
these
hashtagging
goons.
Batman directly, and he doesn't seem to care. So,
Is this the first time that I can't remember if you were telling them this beforehand?
oh yeah, no. I was while remember when she was like texting and talking, she's like, hashtag at where's what was the hashtag? Where's Batman?
Jacky takes the backpack and puts the mirror in the backpack and just makes sure the gun's loaded as she switches gears to a more utility set of things to hold all of these mystical magical items in.
Yeah. I love that there is two types of hench people. There is I'm going to lick it and or throw it. There is hashtag where's Batman, and then there is highly professional wannabe John Wick people.
Why not all of them? That's what makes us a good team.
Yeah. So Ollie is definitely also like checking these weapons, like looking at what magazines work with. I think they've gone through. They've chosen out a few mags that all work for like I don't know. It's like a fucking 9mm or some shit. It's probably a piece of shit like Taurus. Don't sue me.
So you headed out at this point?
So, wait, hang on. Everybody, first of all, everybody roll call. Just gotta make sure everybody's here. Okay, Jacky, Manny, okay, great. And
I'm
obviously.
not here.
Okay, well, Jacky's not here. Okay, but what I mean is, what do we got the, what's left? What's left?
Well, we have what the Joker wants, and whatever
The puzzle box.
The puzzle box, right?
the Riddler wants. Yeah.
So you have thus far recovered the mirror that you're guessing Two-Face after, the Egyptian mirror. You've now recovered the statuette that you think Poison Ivy is probably after. Remaining items are a pair of no theater masks that we think the Joker might be after, and a puzzle box constructed by Leonardo da Vinci that it seems like the Riddler is likely to be after.
All right. So who we going after next? Joker, Riddler.
Do you still have the museum map pulled up? Because we should just go to whatever's close by.
It struggles to open the phone again for a good 30 seconds. Yeah, I got it right here.
Okay.
I don't know what's closest.
So looking at the map, the next sort of closest gallery between the like Renaissance art and Japanese art is the Japanese art galleries.
All right.
Right. So
Looks
we
like
just
we have a plan.
gotta deal with the Joker's people. Love that.
Ooh.
Cool. So you start making your way out of the Incan galleries into the one of the main corridors, and as you turn, there is a shadowy figure standing directly in the archway between these galleries and the main hallway.
Oh, hey!
It's
What's
the Batman.
up, Bats?
No.
Oh, it's
I don't know. Oh, so you got my messages. I'm glad to know it works. I don't have a fancy thing in the sky, but, social media is important.
Jacky has slid for cover behind any available pillar or statue. Just whoosh.
You're carrying some things that don't belong to you.
right.
There's kids who are hostage. Maybe you should prioritize.
Yeah, look, stealing's bad. Teach my kids that. But right now we're distracting the villains, the bad guys. My kids and a bunch of other young children, and I think maybe Bruce Wayne. I don't know if you know him. He's
He's real hot, but he's got a stick up his ass.
yeah. He's really hot. I wonder what his workout routine is.
My God, we are
CrossFit.
courting death.
I really wish he could have seen me leg press an entire date.
We'll tag him, Wayne Industries, when you post it to the Insta. But look, anyway, my kids are watching Frozen 2 with Bruce Wayne, in the Arms and Armor.
They're in
I
the
think.
Arms and Armor section. I just checked
and
on
I
them.
gave my ex-wife a gun. So just let her know. She probably trusts you because you're Batman. I think she was on the list of people I said were okay to open the door. You were on the list for, people she's okay to open the door for. So she probably won't shoot you. But if she does, you're Batman. So.
I know who each of the four of you work for. But I saw what you just did to Poison Ivy's people. So what's going on here?
It's complicated, you hear from behind the pillar.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I have time for complicated. I need to know what's happening.
Question: Does the
Yeah, go ahead.
does the Gotham Museum of Art have potted ferns and shit in the hallways? Because I feel like if there's a fern, you know what I'm talking about, the tall ones.
Sure.
Yeah, are there those? Yeah, Olly definitely is poorly hiding behind a potted fern.
Yeah, you are still Batman is blocking the way out into the hall. So you are still in the in the South American galleries. So
Okay.
you can hide behind a big statue of a head or something.
That's where I'm at.
one of the giant fuck off a giant fuck off chunk of stone. That is absolutely where Olly is as well.
And Batman says, "Right now I'm just here to talk.
Look, I just
okay.
came here
If that
to
needs to change, it can change."
All right, Bats, hold your horses. Jacky?
I was just gonna say that I came here for a good time, and I have to be honest, we're feeling really attacked right now.
That's true. We were.
Oh, yeah. And he came to see his kids perform. I came here
And then we got invited to that.
to support my friend. And I'm meeting Harley after this, so she's not even here. So we were just here having a good time. Watch Bruce give his little speech, and then the Rose Gallery descended. And so we thought maybe we should
You expect me
sabotage
to believe
their operation.
that most of your bosses stormed into the
don't say my
museum
boss.
and you just
Look,
happened to be
one of
here
our
at the
touchy
same
subject.
time.
He didn't text me.
Okay, so I don't have a boss here. And Ed quit.
It's true.
He works
Yeah,
for
I'm aware
All
of that,
Country.
which is why you're still standing here
hands.
talking to me and not unconscious and strung up from the ceiling.
Okay, look.
Maybe you
just-
should redirect.
I didn't get a phone call or a text tonight. This really is kind of the worst coincidence that I could physically imagine in my life, and my imagination's pretty good. So we thought, with a genius idea that we had that I'm now starting to regret just a little bit, is let's just take the things that our bosses wanted before they could get to them, because somebody here convinced me that that was going to be a really good idea and that was going to make him really jealous. And then things would happen after that are not important to the story.
Whose idea was that?
Doesn't matter.
No idea. No idea.
Nope. Who could it be?
So
And I don't actually care about the Joker.
I don't think anyone here really does.
No, fuck that guy.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Do you really think I'd be going out there to support the abusive ex of my wife?
Yeah, fuck
What kind
that
of an
dude.
asshole do you
Fuck
think I
that guy.
am?
Also, do you have any idea how much ecological and environmental damage he's done with all the chemical spills, explosions, all that other shit? Like,
That's a good point.
He's also just really annoying, and that's coming from me.
yeah.
Why don't you go take care of
I'm
him and then
aware.
you can just let us continue doing what we're doing?
I guess you would be. You would
So,
be.
I'm gonna need a roll from somebody here.
Oh wait, question. What happens when I have 6 and 0?
Yeah, so I think this has to be from Manny. Because
no.
as the rules go, you this is you're tangling with the Batman. This is so far above your level
Hey,
that
we
listen,
beat his ass last
you're
time.
getting there. You're getting there, but he's the goddamn Batman. So the only thing you can do against the Batman is you have a 1 die roll that is your attempt to get away. In this case, it's going to be a roll to see if he buys this and lets you go, or if he is going to try to string you up so he can deal with you later. And
If you want to tie
you're
me
not
up,
gonna
it's not
you're
a
not
house.
rolling this against any stat. If it's a 4 or above, Batman's gonna try to take you out. And if it's a 3 or less, you escape. What do we got?
Rolled a 6.
Oh, damn it.
All right.
This is gonna turn into our bosses have to rescue us now, isn't it?
So
No one's gonna rescue me. I don't have a boss.
I don't know. Yeah.
Nobody loves
Oh,
me.
this is fucking embarrassing.
Ugh.
Fucking embarrassing. Just kick the trash can. Fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, so Batman sort of sighs and says, I don't have time for this. Your bosses need to get taken care of. And I don't have time to unravel whatever it is you think you're trying to do. And all of a sudden, shing, 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 batarangs in his hand. He's whipping them at all of you.
Yep.
I
Oh, God.
think because the failure just has to carry forward for
Sauce.
everyone.
Oh,
So
we're gonna get
Manny, like, you get knocked upside the head and go sprawling
Ow!
across the floor. Ed, you take one to the gut. The Batman leaps and rolls and flips over the statues that Jacky, you, and Olly are hiding behind, and shoots out from either side a couple of what are those things called? The like bolas, right? Which whip around both of you and tie you both to the statues, and then he's flipping back over to Ed and Manny and getting both of your hands tied behind your backs and shoving you onto the side of the wall. He sort of crouches down in front of all 4 of you, tied up and immobilized now, and says, I'm gonna go deal with the rest of this. I really hope you're here when I get back, because if you're not, I wouldn't want to be you when I track you down.
Wait,
Hey,
that-
bats. I'm like all like struggling, like as he's like, I really want to get out of this thing now, because now he's said like the piss off button essentially. I'm just like, you hurt him, I'll kill you.
We'll see. shoomp, and he shoots out a grappling hook to the ceiling, and just like basically disappears into a ceiling vent, and he's gone. The four of you are tied up and immobilized on the floor.
Out of this fucking thing. I'm gonna. I don't even know what to do to try to get myself out of this.
What are you gonna do here?
I would like to wiggle my way out of these bolas.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ollie's going to be doing a lot of like.
I feel like if I'm stuck behind one of the stones, I'm going to try to use like maybe a rough edge to try to cut it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to cut myself in the process, but I don't think Jacky cares at this point.
Okay. So let's get some rolls here.
Oh no.
Manny
Who wants
to
to
do
go
some
first?
circus members.
Manny, as the Batman has kind of incapacitated you, you're knocked out for starters. But as you are incapacitated, you are going to get to move 1 point back from where it was.
Sweet.
Ed is inchworming his way over towards Manny to just make sure she's like still alive.
Yeah.
Well, here we are again, friends. Here we are again.
Nope. Ow, damn it. Just eviscerating myself over here.
Tied up by the man.
I wonder if anybody's made Batman insurance for the underworld.
Are you guys having this
question.
conversation while
No, that is a hopper. That is a hopper. Like that could actually be pretty. And moving on.
Ed is just kind of soliloquying. He's just kind of, while he's kind of just flopping helplessly towards Manny.
Oh, flip flop.
The hungry Ed.
So yeah,
The
who's
caterpillar.
who's taking action?
Oh god,
Here.
I mean
I'll
I'm
put a
trying
wiggle.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to cut the rope using the stone.
Okay. So let's start with Olly, and then we'll go to Jacky. So Olly, you're just trying to like wriggle out of the
Lots of
these
breathing exercises.
bindings. Yeah, sure.
Ollie's pretty thin. They're whippy, scrawny muscle thin.
I think this is gonna be man,
Well, it doesn't matter.
and they're the same for you right now.
No, I rolled a 6 on the dice though.
Oh,
no.
okay. Yeah, so that's not gonna work. So you're like trying to wriggle out of here, but this is just like locked like iron bands around your arms and chest here. Let's pop over to Jacky and see what you can do.
I have
This is also going to be man.
terrible news about that for that because I've got 5 in that.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, oh no.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. I'm just holding this dice in my hand. I don't want to roll it.
roll bad.
Oh god. It's a 1.
Oh no.
Okay, so
Oh.
that's a success,
Yes.
and you're gonna move a point.
Shit.
Cool.
Yep, cool. Great, it's full. I'm bloodied, and I'm assuming I've now cut the rope and freed myself.
Yeah, so you've managed to cut the rope and free yourself.
Yep.
And I think with that we can carry that forward. You're able to, go over and untangle the cords that are binding Olly to this statue. You're able to, cut the bat zip ties that are around Ed's and Manny's wrists.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jack is like, okay, heist is over. Some of us have got bosses here that we care about. She's looking at Olly. And now the Batman's involved. So We can continue looking for the little items, or we can make sure that they don't get their asses kicked by him again, and then we have to go back to Arkham again. Something I do not want to do ever again. So what are we gonna do?
Well, I mean, I think, well, hang on. Ed's kind of like, cradling like Manny's head and like kind of like pressing like a cold water bottle, to it, and just kind of like trying to wake her up. I think we got a concussion on our hands, so I'm kind of worried about that.
Manny, how many fingers am I holding up?
Yeah, Manny, you come to with multiple Jackies swimming in your vision.
Ooh. Did I take some shrooms and forget?
Oh, that's not good.
And the four of you hear footsteps in the hall. Sounds like heels clicking across the marble floor. What do you do?
Oh no, I think I turn around and I'm holding my gun because I'm all like fired up and very afraid now, and I'm not paying attention.
Olly is going to grab the bag that is holding the statuette.
So Jacky, are you like popping out into the hallway with your gun?
I heard a noise and I'm just like, it's just a ready motion, not I'm gonna fire.
Okay. So the footsteps are coming closer. You gonna stand your ground or make a break for it? Or do something else?
We got company, guys. Should we get going?
Run. Running is always the best option in my experience.
All right, somebody carry Manny.
Oh, I'm okay.
Well,
She wobbles.
okay. Yeah, look. Yeah, you know what? I'll just look. Think about it like I really haven't been getting as much exercise. Look, you're weight training. I'm weight training you. Okay, I mean you're weight training me. Look, we gotta get out of here.
Yep.
He scoops up Manny.
I'll carry the rear while I'm walking backwards.
Okay. You're gonna have to duck out of a different exit from these galleries from this one, so that you can avoid whoever it is coming down the hallway here. Let's get as with Batman. Let's just get a straight 1d6 roll from you, Jacky, to get everybody out of here.
Like I have to get a 6, don't I?
Yeah.
4 or above is going to be a failure. 3 or less is a success, as this is essentially dumb luck.
That's a 3.
Okay, so that's going to be a success. So Jacky, you sort of hustle everyone across the room to a different exit from these galleries on the other side. And as you're going through the door, you hear the heels click into the room, and Poison Ivy's voice calling out, Batman, sweetheart, is that you?
Wait. Olly.
Yeah.
All of my people are supposed to be in here, Batman. I don't see any of them, so I have to assume you're around. You can come out, it's okay.
I am literally picturing Jacky shoving Olly from out behind a pillar.
Yes.
Are you holding the backpack?
Yeah, Olly's got the backpack.
The one
on
with
one
your
shoulder.
item in it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you see, you get shoved out from behind into the main room, and you are face to face with your boss, Poison Ivy, who is dressed in, I think, high-heeled sandals and a beautiful, long, flowing green gown, a backless, sleeveless dress. And I think, for good measure, her red hair is sort of done up.
Mm.
And she, I think she. Is there any reason that Poison Ivy would not have a gun specifically.
She doesn't really need it.
She doesn't need it, but I feel like she's carrying like a little sort of like a snub nose, like a handgun.
I mean, she is incredibly strong, so it is kind of
but she's
amusing that she would have like a big fuck off revolver.
Yeah, she's carrying, I think, just a little gun, and she's not like, her first instinct when you come out is to raise her hand, not to raise the gun. And then she sees you and sort of looks confused. Olly, sweetheart, what are you doing here? I thought it was your night off.
So, fun story about that. It is my night off. Funner story, Batman's here, and we should
Well, of
go.
course Batman's here, sweetheart. That's the entire point.
Hate that. What's going on?
Well, Olly, you seem to have stumbled into this little scheme of ours accidentally. I'm sorry to have withheld it from you. I thought you wanted a break. You seemed like you had plans this evening. And
Yes,
she sort of
technically,
she
you're
starts
not-
to, she's approaching you. She's getting close, and as she says, I thought you had plans this evening, she sort of runs a finger along your jawline.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, Olly is equally parts like distressed and like still kind of in go mode, and also like,
I'll
Yeah,
admit I was a little disappointed not to have you in on this one, but, well, I know how important it is to take a break, and you deserve it.
I appreciate that, but this is all this is my life's work too, I
You
got
can't work all the time, sweetheart. You've got to make some time for yourself every once in a while.
So Olly just sees Ed kind of doing stuff from behind a pillar. So I don't know if this is related, but I happen to have a bit of an antique with me, and Olly's gonna swing this backpack off, open it up, and show her the contents.
And she, I think she reaches her hand into the bag, but instead of picking up the statuette with her fingers, a vine kind of snakes out from over her shoulder, wraps around her arm, and grasps the statuette, and she pulls it out. Oh. Well, I see that you've found the MacGuffin. I'm surprised that you did it so well without talking to anyone. None of our people are here. How did you figure it out, sweetheart?
Process of elimination, and I've got some good friends. But back to what we were saying before, I don't need a break. It's more important to me that that you're safe and that everything goes off without a hitch. What we're doing here is important, boss.
Oh, Olly, you're so sweet. If I'd known how important it was to you, of course I would have said something. And it's very sweet that you want to keep me safe. I do appreciate that. You've always been very loyal. So, you said friends. It certainly isn't our people. So who do you mean?
Oh yeah. Yep. Sorry guys. So we were here. So I was here to watch. They had some sort of kids dance recital shit. I don't know. It's not important, but I was here supporting my
Olly,
friend's kids.
Darling, you took off an evening to go see a children's dance recital.
Excuse me.
You just said-
It is a ballet by the Junior Gotham Dance Society, and my children are starring in it. It is not just some children's dance shit, Olly.
Okay, well, I guess while we're saying hi, we might as well just be here. Jacky just pokes like a head out from behind.
Boss, you remember when we busted into Arkham to bust you out, right? This is the crew.
Oh, yes.
We kept in touch
I
since
remember
then.
you. Fancy meeting you here.
Small world.
So, the MacGuffin, do we care about it?
It's not
Or
for
you're
magic
gonna-
powers.
You're gonna read us in on what's going on here.
Well, we can find a fence for it, I'm sure, somewhere. We always need funding, of course. But here's the scheme. The Joker came to me, and some others, with an idea. As we all know, the biggest thorn in our side is the bat. Always. Whenever we try to carry out an operation, whenever you and I, Olly, go to strike for justice, for the earth, for living things, for the plants, for the trees, there's the bat, defender of the corporate status quo. So the Joker comes to me with an idea. Let's get rid of the bat. Seems straightforward. So, we pick a night, we pick a place, we stage a big ruckus, and the bat shows up. Have you seen him, by the way? I noticed some
fuck
of
yes, we've
his-
seen him. Ollie just like kicks one of the
gadgets.
bolas.
I just gesture to all of my mess.
Manny holds up a bloody hand from her head.
I see you've tangled with him already. That's good. That means he's here, and that means he's looking for us. Hopefully he's not listening.
See, now I'm even more confused about why I wasn't here for this.
Well, sooner or later, he'll get back to the Great Hall. That's when the Joker will spring the trap. And hopefully, we get rid of that pest once and for all. All of these little bits and baubles, and she holds up the statuette. That's just to keep his attention distracted around the museum while we set up.
Oh shit, we gotta get back.
Also, there's there might be 6 to 10 of the newbies unconscious in the wing back there.
He managed to take all of them out. Well,
Yep.
he has been busy already this evening.
He has definitely been around a lot.
Well, now that you're here, you can lend a hand.
Sure thing, boss. But quick question. I know you're working with Clown Prince of dumb bullshit, but is there any way we can get Ed's kids and the others out of here? There's no need for them. We've got like some real big shots in there. I think we saw Bruce Wayne earlier. There's no way the Batman will let him get hurt.
I think this requires a roll.
God. Is this what?
I mean, you're being straightforward here. You're not
Being
like,
straightforward.
You're not trying to pull a fast one or anything.
No, I'm just being like, hey, can we, because the Joker sucks, can we let the kids go?
Yeah, let's
That's
get
a very
roll.
earnest request.
Let's get a man roll here.
Great. I have 2 points in man currently.
And this is just 1d6. I don't think there's anything else going on here.
I think my neighbors are staging an amateur wrestling night upstairs.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
if that's coming through, so apologies
No,
if you
but-
can
Can't hear
the
that.
thunderous noises.
We can cut to that footage if we want.
Like I think I just heard somebody get the folding chair. No, it's just very loud. I don't know what's going on. All right, so am I rolling 1 or 2 dice?
What?
1. Fuck.
You gotta get at or under man.
Yes.
Great.
For those of you that are familiar,
Yay.
on these dice, these are 6-sided dice, and on the 1 is a fuck. So for once, it's good.
Okay. So
It's a fuck yeah.
pop a point over from hench into man for your success. Wait, who rolled previously to
Jacky was the
Jacky.
last
Okay,
one.
so Jacky did the sort of evade the boss roll. So and that was successful. So you get 1 point back from your max stat into your
Great.
zeroed out stat.
That won't pop back very soon.
No, I'm sure that won't come back to hurt you in any way.
Hey,
Yeah,
it could
two
have been
of us
worse,
right
Jackie,
there.
right?
Yeah, it could
Could've
be
been a little
so much
two-faced.
worse.
And Poison Ivy, Olly puts a hand on your arm and says, "Oh, of course. I don't trust that clown with those children any more than you do, but we need them until the bat shows up. As soon as we get him in there, we can let them go."
I think Ollie kind of glances over at Ed and then. Ollie, sorry, that's so loud. Ollie glances over at Ed and then to Jacky and Manny, and just Manny, who is just on being fireman carried by Ed. Is that correct?
No, he's just scooped her. He's scooping her.
Okay,
Princess
so
carried.
Don't be
so
gentle with the concussions.
yeah, okay, so yeah, and just like, y'all game.
I mean, as long as those kids don't get hurt. I mean, I don't think Miss Ivy. I don't think you're gonna do that.
Miss Ivy, I just have one question. If you don't mind.
Of course.
What happens when the bat is gone? As you know, bats, are vital to certain ecosystems. And I think this bat is in some ways vital to the ecosystem of Gotham. What happens when there's nothing keeping, right now, you, the Joker, Two-Face, the Riddler, Calendar Man, you've all got a common enemy. What happens when that's gone? I just want to...
What happens when that's gone is we get to do what we want, sweetheart. In my case, I finally get to bring some justice to this polluted city. What the others do, well, that's their concern, not mine. Shall we?
Yeah, I think we better see this out.
And she sort of gestures for you to walk out into the hallway from whence she came.
Eddie, I'm okay. And you can put me down.
Okay. He puts Manny down.
Yeah, Ivy kind of looks at you, Manny, and Ed, do you put Manny down at this point, or are you continuing to like carry Manny out?
No. He gently puts Manny down, just make sure she doesn't get woozy and fall and crack her head again. But she said she's fine, so
She's okay.
So, Manny, as Ed puts you down, Poison Ivy, who is sashaying past you and out the door, turns to you and says, "How's Harley, by the way?"
Oh, she's great.
Glad to hear it. And
I'll tell her
continues
you said
past
hi.
you. Oh, so kind of you. And she's headed out down the hallway, presumably with you following.
Ex-wives, am I right?
Manny doesn't care. She's got the ring on her finger.
Yeah. Listen, Ivy might not be fucking with you. She might genuinely want to know how Harley's doing.
Jackie's
Sips water immediately after that statement.
No,
Fuck you, David.
listen, I wasn't implying anything.
Well, hey, they did see each other at Arkham, and Harley came with Manny. So, hey,
All
listen,
right.
she's comfortable in her relationship, and secure in it.
So, with that, the four of you follow Poison Ivy out into the museum halls, presumably to head back to the Great Hall, where all the hostages are.
Yep.
Can we, if we let a little bit of space between Ivy and the our foursome, Manny is going to take a moment to say it under her breath, just so that they can hear. Folks, is it just the head wound, or was Eddie here asking some real good questions?
Yeah, no, they're. Look, if this whole thing wasn't just a heist, I'm even more confused about why I wasn't in on it. Something this big, it doesn't make any sense.
And I personally don't think Joker should just be left to run wild without the Batman.
Listen, if I know Hav, he's gonna have a coin flip for how if he leaves any of the others alive or not.
Oh,
Maybe
so
not
the fate
tonight,
of
but
Gotham.
eventually.
Now don't flip. That's totally fine.
No. I meant
Not
the
like my
bosses.
entire
I meant the
here.
bosses. I meant the other bosses. She
Okay.
realizes what she just meant. She's like, no.
I'm totally fine.
Oh boy.
Let it go.
And with that, I think there's sort of a sudden rumbling, and like the sound of a distant down the hall, like a small explosion.
What was that?
And you can sort of like very, very far down the corridor after a beat or two, you can start to see sort of a green gas seeping and dissipating across the floor. And Poison Ivy turns back to the group of you and says, "Party started." And that's where we're going to take a break. So, speaking of Poison Ivy, the four of you have been following Ivy down the one of the storied corridors of the Arkham Museum of Art, and and as you approach the entrance back into the Great Hall, where the gala initially was being held, you see the remains of this sort of greenish gas sort of wafting into the corridor, and Ivy sort of puts up a hand to stop you for a moment, and says, "Hold up, let's wait for this to dissipate a little bit. I'll be fine, and Olly, I suppose you will, but the three of you, I'm not so sure." And you hear some sort of echoing, like thunks and various noises. You hear a sort of that sounds like a cord being unspooled, and you can hear muffled through something the Joker just laughing hysterically, and sort of footsteps moving around in the room. And after a couple of minutes, the Ivy sort of puts her hand down and says, "All right, that should be enough," and strides into the room with the four of you in tow. And what you see is the Great Hall of the museum is now dark. The lights have been shut off, except for these floodlights in the very center of the room that are sort of coming down on that large seated pharaoh statue that we saw at the beginning. And you can see as your eyes kind of adjust, there are like little blinking lights all around the base of the statue. And if you peer closer, you can see that there are just dozens of explosives with little blinking detonators that are piled up and strapped to the base of this statue. The statue is facing away from you, but you can see that there is this tight cord kind of wound around the torso of the statue, and the Joker steps back from the statue, taking off a gas mask as he does so, and starting to has been addressing a figure who is seated in the lap of the Pharaoh. And our plan has been a complete success. As you see, we bust in, make a big ruckus, and you, bats, are drawn like a moth to a flame. And thanks to Ivy's skills with toxins and Mr. Enigma's skill with mechanics, and of course, how could I forget my brilliant leadership? Well, you've fallen right into our cleverly designed trap. And here you are. And he sort of reaches forward, and you can see him kind of woggling Batman's head around, and you hear sort of a moan from Batman, who has been incapacitated by some kind of gas that was released into the room when he entered, it seems like.
Holy shit.
Over at the other side of the room, you can see the hostages who have all sort of been collected up and sort of crowded into one of the corners of the room near the front doors. Ed, you immediately clock your kids and your three exes who are here, who are sort of in this crowd, and there's some sort of like hushed whispers which get tamped down real quick when Two-Face, who's standing and covering the crowd, points his pistol at the crowd and tells him to shut up. So, what do you do?
I can't believe they actually did it.
Still partially responsible?
Ye of little faith, Ivy
Listen.
says as she strides into the room and sort of walks around to look at Batman tied to the Pharaoh statue. Well, Joker. You've been quite successful. Or, I should say, we've been quite successful. What's the group doing? Are you
Jacky's
are you
like
just
trying to
standing
take
in the
this
door?
all
Are you
in.
walking in? Are you like
Oh yeah, Jacky's
running
coming
for
in.
your
Sidle
lives?
towards
What's the plan?
hostages.
Yeah, I'm walking in. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
walk in.
Are Manny and Ed gonna sidle towards the hostages behind?
Ed has a really stupid idea.
Oh no.
Ooh,
I don't
love
know.
those.
Okay. I don't know. If he sees Two-Face point a gun at like all the like hostages, I think that's just gonna trigger like, well, higher functioning is off now.
Oh,
The
boy.
one brain cell that is left Though, I don't know, if Manny, excuse me, not Manny, Jacky has another, is about to do something, he probably wouldn't.
Okay.
My big plan was to go into the room first, foremost.
Yeah, the Joker notices the four of you. He sort of peeks out from behind the Pharaoh statue, and says, "Oh, Ivy, you've brought friends. How lovely. Have you come to join in the fun? I think I recognize some of you." And he sort of peers at you. Manny, he sort of narrows his eyes at you. "Oh, you're Holly's girl, aren't you? Well, well. Have you come to witness my triumph?"
I've actually come to ruin your plan. For so you see, I am actually Batman in disguise. And that is just a decoy. Manny, he picked one of the batarangs that Batman used on me.
Oh my god. And
No, this isn't character. Jacky's just like this now.
And are you throwing it, or are you just threatening with it? What's the?
I guess.
Manny, in character.
This is going well, I think.
I think he's going to. Who's standing the closest to Batman?
Physically, the Joker, basically. So the Joker is standing directly in front of Batman, and Poison Ivy is to his left, and then Harvey Dent, Two-Face, and the Riddler are sort of covering the. Well, I think Two-Face is kind of covering the hostages, and the Riddler is just sort of next to them, leaning against the pole, kind of twirling his question mark cane.
Oh my god.
He's gonna throw the batarang at Two-Face.
What?
Okay. Yeah.
My higher functioning is about to descend now.
Don't worry, he's not good at this. He's gonna miss.
Well, let's have a roll for it.
I guess it's a man roll.
Yeah, you're just trying to throw something. Sure.
So
So give me a man roll. I can't think of any way that this would be more than 1d6.
Nope. I think I have 2 in man, so
Okay, so you got to get a 2 or less.
yep. It's gonna be great. It's gonna work. Nope, that was 4.
Cool. Cool. So. Oh boy.
Batarang.
So I think I don't want to immediately slam you. So I think what's gonna happen here is you throw it, and it just goes completely wild. It just goes completely wide. You have no idea how to throw this thing, and it sort of clinks off of the front doors of the museum, and Two-Face kind of looks to the side and just sort of goes, huh. And Joker turns around and says, "Riddler, isn't that one of your boys?"
No, I'm.
And Riddler, twirling his cane around, sort of starts to casually approaches you, Ed, and he's gonna say, "Well, he doesn't look familiar to me. Oh wait, you were in here about an hour ago." Yes. And he goes up to you and sort of takes the cane and nudges your chin up with it, with the question mark.
Now kiss.
Remind me of your name again.
You know my name. It's look, Riddler, look deep into your heart. You can't do this. You know it's wrong. Be the man. I know you are.
Does this normally work?
Right, Fred or whatever it was, I don't know exactly what you're playing at. I believe I sent you off to get something for me, so if you don't have it, I'm going to be very disappointed.
You mean the MacGuffin?
Ivy. And he sort of looks over at Poison Ivy like,
Richter,
come
you told me that.
on.
You told me that.
Ivy, we had a strict policy that we weren't telling the hench people what this was all about. What can I say? I trust a pretty face.
Yeah, the cat's, let's say, majorly out of that bag. I'm like,
Well, I suppose it doesn't matter, as our mission is accomplished here.
he's not dead yet. I'd say
No.
only halfway done.
But it's only a matter of time.
You say that every single time. Why don't you ever just do it?
Do what? Look, we've got him right where we want him. And, Batman, and the Riddler, moves his cane to prop up Batman's chin.
Oh, the other one. Me?
What?
Are you talking about me or the demon?
Fred, please, I'm trying to work here. Batman, you will find this a very interesting puzzle indeed. Now, the explosives that I've strapped you to have a very simple solution to turn them off. But of course, you would have to have your hands free for it, so that's gonna be a little difficult for you now, isn't it? And he turns back to you as Batman sort of like lolls and moans. He's like not fully conscious at this point, and the Riddler spreads his arms and says, "See? He's completely at our mercy. Nothing to worry about. Nothing at all."
Question for the group. What's the plan with the hostages?
Oh, the hostages? Well, we don't need the hostages once we have the bat.
You have the bat. Can we let them go?
Well, wait just a minute. We have the bat, and that's pretty fun. But hostages? Ooh, what's this? Also fun?
If you want my opinion, I think the hostages are going to be more of a distraction than anything, and the Batman's going to be able to get away again like he does every other time. Aren't you tired of that?
You're with Harvey, aren't you? Harvey, come talk some sense into your minion. I'll cover our guests while you have your little chat. And he picks up the Tommy gun from beside the statue of the Pharaoh, and sort of lackadaisically walks over to the hostages, and he's like, "Ooh, we get to spend some quality Joker time now, folks."
Wait, I have something more fun than shooting hostages. I have jokes. I have jokes. What? I have jokes.
Riddler, I don't know what your boy is playing at, but if he doesn't keep his mouth shut and stop with these ridiculous theatrics, I'm going to have an itchy trigger finger. I can feel it. I can feel my finger itching right now.
Why don't we all just stay calm here?
And Jacky, Two-Face like sort of hustles over to you, and kind of takes you by the arm, not roughly but urgently, and sort of brings you across the room to the bar. Jacky, what the hell are you doing here?
Well, funny story. I was here because I got invited. And I find out that you were coming here and apparently just deciding on a whim to kill the bat. And I don't have a text or a call or anything, so I'm a little confused.
I didn't want you in on this one, Jacky.
Why?
You're a hit woman. We don't need a hit woman here.
You're trying to put a hit on the fucking Batman? You don't think you need a hit woman here?
I needed dupes, Jacky.
Wait, so you
And-
just don't want me anymore? You just don't want me working for you anymore? What the?
You see his face, like, soften a bit. And you get the sense that you're talking to Harvey Dent now. He says, Jacky, I didn't want you to get hurt. We brought the other guys in as a distraction so that the bat would beat the crap out of them while we set up the trap. I didn't want you in on this one, Jacky. I didn't want to risk you.
Wow, there were a lot of scenarios where I was really gonna kind of give it to you, and you had to go and say something like that. So I guess you actually don't need this after all. And she just pulls out the item that she had in her backpack. So we had a stupid plan about, well, they talked me into it really.
No,
Like, well, she didn't.
No, I don't need that, and I never did. And if you
Okay.
had just kept your nose out of this, you wouldn't have had to do any of it, and you wouldn't have had to deal with this, and you wouldn't be here in danger right now.
Wait, are you... You're protecting me? That's, probably that's my job.
Your job... This isn't about your job, Jacky. It's about... I needed to keep you safe, okay? I needed to keep you safe from this one.
I don't,
I don't know what to
what's
do with you, Jacky. Half the time you're this tough as nails hit woman, and half the time you're just Jacky. And I wanted to let you just be Jacky for this one.
So we're not on the outs, is what I'm hearing, and I've misinterpreted a lot of things tonight. Whoa, well, Javi, you know how this is gonna go. 'Cause you know how it always goes.
I thought this was the time. I thought this was the one.
We can walk away from this before you get hurt.
I want to roll here.
Roll for love.
What is that?
Roll for Rick Astley.
If you're trying to get him to drop this one, man.
Woo! Okay.
Well, I mean, you're gonna face your own boss after if you fail. You talk to him.
Well, I have a 5, and I have a 5.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh
That's
no.
a success.
It's a success.
Harvey Dent moves in closer to you. All right, Jacky. You're right. I thought we could get away with it this time. I thought if we kept it close to the chest, that it'd be all right, but I guess I kept too many things close to the chest.
Well,
It's you and
you and
me.
me both.
Yeah. It's you and me, and we're getting out of here. And does he lean in to kiss you?
Oh my god, why are you asking me? Yeah, I hope so.
He leans in and kisses you.
Jacky's just like, okay, well, check that one off the list. And now we're gonna try to get past fucking Joker. Wait. But like the rest of my friends and his kids, I can't just leave them.
We don't have time for everyone, Jacky.
We can get you out. I'll follow afterwards, but I can't just leave them behind.
You sure you gotta do this?
It's me. I can handle it. I think. Probably 50-50 chance. But
So, a scene of utter bedlam erupts here. We have Two-Face shooting into the air, running at Joker and the hostages. I think Riddler and Poison Ivy are sort of caught off guard here. Like they have a moment where they're not really sure what this is. This a gambit that they should side with? What's happening? What's going on? So they're just sort of immediately going into defensive mode. And then Jacky, you have rushed over to your three compatriots who are sort of off to the side, just behind the Pharaoh statue in the middle of the Great Hall, where Batman is tied up right now. What do you do?
Gotta get your kids out of here, and we might need to untie Batman. Long story, very, very short. Javi's working with us and making sure your kids are gonna get out of here, okay? Well, mostly he's getting himself out. I said I'd stick with you and we'd get the kids out, but I have to live because I have to now. So let's just do all of those things in that order.
You feeling okay? You good?
I'm great. Like,
Yeah, but-
like Jacky like grabs you by the shoulders and like almost like I think she almost like gives you like one of those like kisses like on the cheek, just like I'm fired up. Let's do this thing.
Okay. Manny's headed towards the kids.
Yeah, Ed's following her.
Ooh, Ollie's not. Ollie's
Ollie?
going for Ivy.
Ollie, look at me. Look at me. We can get Ivy out of here too. This is about fucking up the Joker's day. You know, and you'll have another chance to get the Batman. Make sure she's okay. Yeah?
How far away? Yeah. David, how far away is Ivy?
From you?
Mhm.
Like, a yard?
Oh.
2 yards?
I'm 100% doing the Secret Service bullshit where Ollie is
Still trying
stepping
to sort out
forward,
some, audio stuff.
drawing this pistol, this cheap piece of shit knockoff pistol these hippie fucking scumbags have. Let me tell you, I hate everybody. And is getting in front of between Ivy and the Joker, and just going like, boss, we gotta move. And our guest star this evening, I believe Nyx, as our returning guest star.
Yay.
Here to play the part of Ed's children.
Here to play the part of
Yes, accurate.
Ed's babies.
Ed's babies. Yep.
We haven't had any gremlin though.
Yeah.
Who's Gremlin?
Gerbs is
Gerbs.
outside. He has not been admitted into the zone this time. The only reason he's ever in here is because, like, if your cat falls asleep somewhere, it is illegal to move him.
It
Mhm,
truly
mhm.
And
is.
that is God's law and cat's law, which is honestly more powerful.
Obviously, that. Wait, aren't those the
So
same
he
thing?
he fell asleep on the radiator. So what can I do? What can I do? But now he's in his window bed outside. So no Gerblin cameos this time.
Well, at least it sounds like we're avoiding being bullied by our cats for charcuterie, which I see is happening in the chat.
Yeah. All right. So okay. So you're hustling. So Ollie, you're hustling Ivy out.
Yeah, it's just full Secret Service like vibe.
Sure. Let's get a roll.
Damn it! I thought I could sneak that one past you, but here we are. What do I need to roll?
I think this is hench. You're using your your sort of criminal training here.
I mean, you mean
as
I'm
a
doing my job?
bodyguard. Yeah, you're doing your job.
I'm doing my gerb. All right. I'm rolling. So I'm rolling. And since I'm doing my gerb, am I getting 2 or 1?
Well, your specialty is driving, so this is your
My
gerb,
specialty
but
is
it's
a
not your
skid.
specialty.
Oh, it's not my specialty.
Yeah, so you're
Alas,
gonna have
that's a
one
3,
here.
which is a success.
Okay, great. So yeah, Poison Ivy is I think confused enough to ask you, Olly, sweetheart, what's going on? As you sort of like hustle her. Where are you hustling her anyway?
I think towards where everybody else is going. I'm just hoping to. I think Ollie's plan here is basically where everybody else is going to be safe. Our job is to protect the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And if from that panicked and manic description that they just got from Jacky, it sounds like Two-Face is getting the fuck out of here. So if Two-Face is leaving, then it's time to get the hell out of Dodge.
Sure. Okay. Then then you're able to do that. So is anybody else coming with here?
Oh God, please don't tell me I'm the one that's going to be untying the Batman. Because I feel like that's the kind of hyper manic shit that Jacky's about to pull.
I think Ed will attempt to untie the Batman as he is intimately familiar with the Riddler's puzzles and such.
Okay.
You mean the decoy, right?
Oh God. Okay, cool.
So-
Do that. I have another crazy idea.
So Ed, do you just go for it?
I mean, I want to he's gonna walk up there, kind of like make sure he's not, tripping any wires or, crossing any lasers. But then, he's just gonna be like, okay, what do we got here?
Because Ed, the Riddler is right there. He has come up to you, and so
dear.
as soon as you sort of move over, the Riddler sort of whips his cane around, and sort of pushes the question mark into your gut, and pulls a gun on you. Oh, so Edward, you.
Oh, you remember my name now.
Come now, Edward. I always knew your name. What are you playing at, my friend? It seems
just
that you, despite leaving my employ in my good graces, have decided to make yourself a problem for me. And, Edward, I don't appreciate that.
Well, you see, really appreciate the job and, all the opportunities it gave me, and just really thankful for all that. But the problem is, see, you kind of made yourself my problem by fucking with my kids. So, I think you better get the fuck out of my way so I can untie Batman before, because look, your plan's over. Shit's going south. You lost Two-Face. You lost Ivy. Joker is. You think he's reliable? Aren't you supposed to be smart? Come on.
Let's have a roll.
Okay. What am I rolling?
I think at this point it's man.
Okay.
So let's see if we can get a roll at or under your man stat.
Okay. We want low numbies. No, it's a 3. I have a 2.
Oh, no.
All right, so that is gonna be a failure. So the Riddler says to you, Edward, it was very lovely having you work for me, but as you're no longer in my employ, I don't care if you or your children live or die. And he shoves the cane into your gut, crumpling you to the ground. next to the statue, and is going to, in his other hand, he actually puts away the gun and draws out a remote control of some sort, and mashes the button. And you can see all of the little red lights that were blinking slowly around the base of the statue with all these explosives strapped to it just go beep, 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 and they're all now fully glowing. And you can see, of course, there's a screen with a timer that, like an LCD screen that pops to life and shows in beautiful, bold green numerals 5, 459, 458, 457, etc., etc. And the Riddler twirls his cane around and says, "Well, Edward, I hope that you learned something in the time you were working for me. I hope you learned enough to stop that before 5 minutes elapses. No hints. See you around. Or, not." And
You'll pay for this, Riddler.
he is going to bolt out of the room.
Coward!
Yeah, and Ed, you're just like holding your gut on the floor. It just he did you one.
You hate to see it.
Meanwhile, Manny, what are you doing?
Manny had run straight towards the hostages
Great.
and was going to look for the nearest
So
brightly lit exit. to get him
yeah,
out.
so Harvey Dent runs up to the Joker, who just has enough time to go as he is pistol whipped across the side of his stupid clown head. And goes sprawling across the floor, as does his gun. And Harvey leaps on him, grabs him, and they are just in a brawl, like fisticuffs, like throwing haymakers at each other, tumbling around on the floor.
Oh my god, I'm totally okay. I'm about to do something stupid. That's
Yep.
fine. Manny, you do
So-
your smart thing first, and then I'll be stupid later.
So Manny, the hostages are they're all sort of like in a huddle, looking very scared and confused. They have no clue what's going on, but they are now, at least for the immediate moment, unattended. What do you do?
We're on the main hall, so I assume that there's fire exits off the main hall. So Manny's just gonna smash one open and say, "Come on, kiddies, it's time to get out of here. Let the grown-ups fight it out."
All right. I can't think of any reason you would need to roll for that one.
If everyone else is occupied.
I think you cannot immediately find there is a sign, that says fire exit this way.
Yeah.
But there's sort of the main doors of the museum, and then off to the side are halls that lead into the rest of the museum. So you can follow the fire signs.
Okay. Yeah.
But you
He's
are
looking for the safest way to get kiddos out.
yeah. So you're gonna be taking everybody out the side exits. And I think as you do, Ed, your youngest, Benny, whose mother has, or one of his siblings has him by his hand, sort of turns around to you on the crumpled on the floor and shouts, "Daddy, Daddy!" As Manny, you're hustling them out.
I'll get Daddy. It's okay.
I wink at him
Oh.
and I hold up the other battering.
All right, Jacky, what are you doing?
By any chance, has the Joker lost control of his Tommy gun?
The Tommy gun has gone spinning across the beautiful marble floors of
It's
the
mine
museum's
now.
great hall.
I have it. I want to take. I know they're in the middle of a fight, so I'm not about to shoot into it. But I have a delicious thought about swapping Batman for the Joker on that little throne of
Oh
explosives.
boy! All right, let's. What are you gonna do to make this happen?
I don't even know. It just sort of came to me in a daze. When I can see a lull, I kind of want to jam like the business end of. I have a revolver now and the Tommy gun, and I'm not afraid to use both of them.
Sure.
So 2 guns now. I have one. I want to jam one right into the Joker's back while like cocking the other back. It's like, all right, game's over.
And Harvey like looks at you. Like, are you sure? Are you gonna do this?
Just like, get up.
I hope you know what you're doing, Jacky.
I
And
always know what I'm doing.
and Harvey starts to back off from the Joker, and the Joker gets up a little too smoothly, a little too confidently. And I think you can see that he is holding a detonator in his hand with a line snaking into
Had a
the
feeling. I just
purple
had a
cuff
feeling.
of his suit. And he says to you, "All right, you've got me. Now I'm the hostage. Woohoo!" What is your next move, my friend?
I don't know. Seems to me like it can go a variety of ways, but they might all end with you dead.
Well, easy come, easy go.
Yeah. Oh, Jacky is like super scared. It's just trying to like keep it together. Like he's like Manny's taking care of the hostages. Like Ollie's ushering like Poison Ivy out, and Ed's like, "Are you still on the floor, Ed?"
Yeah, I think he got the wind knocked out of him big time.
Yeah, Ed, you're like, you know, you can recover in a second or two. Like you'll sort of be able to get it together enough to like stand up in a second. So Jacky, what's your move?
First, like Jacky just wants to see the hostages get out of here.
All right. I mean,
If we're in a
definitely like
standoff.
at this point, Manny has successfully ushered all the hostages out of the Great Hall. And I think we probably get a quick view of Manny like getting everybody like down one of the main corridors and down some stairs and out onto the like busting a fire door at the bottom of the stairwell open out to the side of the museum. There is, we can see like in the distance some police lights going off as you sort of usher the hostages out the door.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
If I were to not take poison, I'm hustling Poison Ivy away from all the explosives.
Yep.
Am I going with it? Do you think I ended up going the same route as these hostages, or did I go in a different direction?
That is your call. Because I was assuming your goal was to get Poison Ivy to your car. Is that incorrect?
Well, the goal is to get Poison Ivy away from the explosives, and then the goal is to make sure the boss is safe. That's all that matters. And then after that, we'll figure it out from there.
Okay. I mean,
We'll
the best
burn
way
that
to do
bridge
that
when
is
we get to
definitely
it.
to like hustle her down to the parking garage where your car is.
All right. It is, well, technically it's not my car. It's
Well,
a recent acquisition.
Where the car that you are going to drive out of here is.
Did you valet it?
I did.
Yeah, so you do have to
Unless they parked
find
it like
it.
3 blocks away.
So, it's in the
do
parking
that.
garage. So, I definitely click this. So I think Ollie stole this via a keyless system, so does not need the key to start the car and just
Sure.
pops
Apparently,
theirs.
that's been a big problem. Everybody's leaving their
it's a
key
huge problem.
fobs in
It's
their
a-
car, and there's been this huge spate of car theft because people are just leaving their.
Also, people.
Just learning
Their
new things all the
fobs
time
in
on
the
this.
car.
Even if you leave it in the house near a window, people can use a transmitter. They can walk
Yeah,
right up to
you
your
need
door,
Faraday
clone it.
cages.
Though
Jesus.
interestingly,
Like,
apparently
bad idea.
nobody is actually like really stealing the cars. It's just people like they notice that a car has the key fob in, and they take it for a joyride, and then they leave it somewhere.
That's I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
Why would you leave a keyless? Oh my god.
It's just a terrible. It's just as bad as leaving a
very
it's
dumb.
dumb.
Don't leave your key fob in your goddamn car for any
Listen,
amount of time.
Don't leave
People
your
aren't-
keys in the visor either if it's an older car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this has
that's
been a
the first
public
place you
safety
look
message.
anyways.
Listen,
Yeah, brought to you
folks,
by
we've
Olly.
had a lot of fun
That's
here
how I
tonight.
steal your shit.
Yep, there it is.
all right, so you are hustling. I think if you want to get to the museum's underground parking garage, you're going to be going sort of out the back side hallway.
Out the backside hallway. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually so how long does it take me to get there? Is the real question.
To the garage or to the hallway?
To the garage.
To the garage, I would say it's probably, if you're like walking very quickly, probably like 5 to 8 minutes.
Okay, so I will go to the hallway.
Yeah, because you also need to navigate, mind you.
And I will I'll just be like, boss, I'll be right back. I gotta grab I left something behind. I gotta go grab them.
Olly, sweetheart, be careful. I think this has gone south.
Yeah. I think this is the rare occasion where Olly is very sassy with poison ivy. Yeah, I'd say so. I'm gonna go ahead and give you 5 stars on that rating. Anyways, go down there. You're looking for the I forgot what the fuck I described. It's a top of the line Porsche something. I don't know. It's very fancy, and it should be running, and it should have the hazards blinking. And they pull out their cell phone and just start the car and set the hazards blinking.
Great.
I'll be back in no time.
See you at the car, sweetheart. And she just sort of turns around and kind of, fast sachets out.
And,
What's your next plan?
Can I run back through the I'm trying to figure out the layout of the Arkham Museum of Art. Is it similar to I don't know, a New York City based one?
It
or there
might be similar to that. You
central
definitely
hall
have
of
a
the-
central hall with wings off of it.
So I probably cased this joint before.
It's a big
This is a
public museum.
stretch. I've probably been here for recreational purposes
You
too.
may have been in this museum a number of times. That's
It's a
perfectly
stretch,
reasonable.
but do they have how in airports they have the little golf carts for like medical and accessibility reasons?
Sure.
Does the Arkham Museum of Art have one of those?
Or they have a scooter, like the.
I'll
grocery
give
stores
you
do.
I'll give you a security
Security golf cart?
Fuck, what's the thing?
No.
No, not a golf
Segway?
cart.
Little
Segway.
segways?
I'll give you a security Segway.
Yes.
Can I get a Segway?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
In the Great Hall, there's definitely like a security sort of window off to the side, and you can see they have a couple of Segways parked in there.
I would like to steal that Segway and go back and make sure that the other 3 make it out. I think you're literally seeing, Olly's just like, man, I can't let these fuckers die. That group chat's like my best social life.
Oh,
So,
blown up.
yeah, Olly, let's. So Olly comes blazing around the corner on the Segway. Ed, you're sort of getting up as this timer is ticking down. You probably have 4 minutes or so here. And Jacky, you have the Joker at gunpoint, but the Joker has also strapped himself with explosives.
Yeah.
So let's go with Ed as Olly zooms back in on this Segway. Ed, what are you doing?
I think Ed's just trying to like pull himself together. Keeping an eye on the timer, checking on Batman, seeing how he's sort of what his consciousness levels are.
He's starting to come to more, and you can see him really like starting to struggle.
Look, don't. I'm gonna get you out of here, Beth. Look, got a little secret for you. I worked for the Riddler. Oh, wait, you know that. I'm behind some of his stuff, so
Listen,
we're gonna
understand
help
what
you.
you're trying to do here. Now is not the time for an elaborate explanation. Please just go ahead.
You know what? That's why I like you. You don't just like, I'm gonna explain my whole plan and give you time to get away. you get it. He's gonna get to work trying to disable the explosives.
So, Ed, what you see is there's this sort of main screen that has the countdown on it, which is wired into the explosives, and also sort of connected right to essentially the it's locking the cables that are holding Batman onto the statue.
Okay. So, if I try to, like, if the cables are cut, basically, that sets it off, or, you know, if the cables are disconnected from this whole system. It's a whole system.
Yes. You don't know what they do.
But
the clock is ticking down.
Okay. Okay. I can do this. I got this.
I feel like Jacky can see you, but like I feel like the Joker is tilted away from you, but she's watching you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're like backing the Joker towards the statue.
Yeah.
He's
And I think he, you know, he sort of fingers the detonator button. Tick tock, friends, tick tock.
Oh, I can have an itchy trigger finger too, pal.
Ooh.
okay. So I'm sweating.
I'm excited to see what that looks like.
So I think I was gonna try to undo, sort of get Batman out without sort of disabling the Riddler's system.
Okay. I mean, your options are, he said there was a puzzle. You could attempt to solve the puzzle.
I want to solve the puzzle.
Or you could start snipping wires and hope that you get the right one. Or you could try to hack it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hack it.
Okay, I can hack it. I'm gonna hack it.
I mean, I feel like hacking it is the most Ed move, as you are the hacker.
Yes, I agree. If you had prepared a puzzle, I love them. I love puzzles. So, I am gonna hack it. I guess that's 2, and it's hench.
Yes, this is hench, and you definitely have 2 because, actually, I think you have 3, because you are using your specialty of hacking, and this is also directly related to your boss's gimmick.
Right, so...
Or your ex-boss's gimmick.
Okay. 1d6. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
So you're going to have 3d6, and you have to get at or under your hench.
Okay, it's a 4. It's a big one, because I keep failing my man roll, so... I can do this. It's at or under?
At or under.
Oh,
you only
baby.
need 1.
That's a 4 and a 2 and a 2.
That's critical success.
Yes.
So I think you take your phone out and you plug the cable into the screen here, the device, and you start hacking in. You run the code, and you are able to disable the timer subroutine here, and the timer halts at, we'll say, 1:59. 1 minute and 59 seconds.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
And Batman is sort of like turning around to the side. All right, good work. Now for part 2.
Oh, getting you out, right? That's part 2, right?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Just checking. You're the man in charge. He's gonna go over and start on time. He's like, so you think I'll be looking for like a coder or like a hacker or any, I don't know if I don't know if you're hiring. Do you get paid?
Yeah, you push some buttons, you pop the electronic lock Batman shrugs off the cables, stands up, looks you dead in the eye, and says, "I'll keep you in mind." And is going to... Jacky, are you doing anything at this point?
I see this happening, and I'm just like, oh my god, this can go really badly or really terribly. So I just want to keep him like focused on me long enough for like Bats to get himself in order at this point.
Okay, because Batman is basically going to immediately like roll his shoulders, turn around to the Joker, who is backing in his direction, and like slam his head with his gauntlet, wrench the detonator out of his hand, and then like use his leg to sort of swoop around and trip the Joker so he falls, smashing his face into the floor. And the Joker is like writhing on the floor, blood streaming from his nose, cackling maniacally. And Batman turns to you, Jacky, and says, "You'd better get out of here."
Yeah, planning on it. Harvey, I think that's our cue.
What do you think? Is Harvey still there? Where is he?
Did you say that he left? I could have sworn he was
I didn't say specifically.
Fist fighting with him.
Yeah, I didn't say specifically. I think he probably like backed off to let you do your thing, and he's probably like against the front doors of the museum. Okay.
Yeah, let's get out of here. We got everything.
You do see Manny careening around the corner. She's back. You're like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
You see, and Ollie is coming from the other direction, whipping in on a Segway. Just
I
sees
have
all
questions.
this, sees all this,
see
just
him
kind of
come in and
jumps
walk
off
back.
it. Jumps off that, and like, wait, do I? Okay.
We good? We good?
Fine.
Yeah,
And Batman is sort
yeah.
of standing over the Joker. You're all able to sort of move over to where he lets you
Eddie.
move over to where Jacky and Harvey Dent are. Batman looks at the group of you and says, "I owe you one. Next time we meet, well, maybe I'll go a little easier on you." And Harvey says, "Yeah, whatever. See ya, Bat. Come on." And sort of motions to lead the four of you back in the direction that Ollie, you came from, of the garage.
Okay.
Well, peace out, Cub Scouts. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and you definitely
as they-
you hear the Joker just cackling. Ooh, what a fun night! Happy New Year, everyone! As
they're
you hear
leaving, Manny's
Batman
gonna
like
grab a
bringing him up
bottle
and
of
just like dragging him across the floor.
As is Ollie. Ollie's about to grab some of
Ollie
that
and Manny
good.
grab bottles of whiskey on the way out.
Hey, toss me one.
Oh my god, you left the backpack with the mirror over there. So are we just about to steal like 50 grand worth of super expensive
Technically,
whiskey?
the backpack never left. I didn't take it off. I just showed that I had it and then I put it back in. I'm walking out of here with much money.
That is true.
We're saving it. We're saving it.
Oh my god.
I know what y'all
all right.
doing. I'm using it
So
to like go on a
We're
vacation.
stealing some artifacts and a bunch of whiskey, then running down to then Ollie's like, I gotta ride.
If you put your hands on the whiskey, Batman like holding the Joker up, turns around over his shoulder. "Leave the whiskey."
You're no
Fair
fun.
enough.
All right, okay,
That's-
fine.
That's where you draw the line? That's all right, yeah, fucking whatever, dude.
Or we just walk out grumbling.
I can feel like the heat of how much money I have sitting just on my back right now, burning a hole through me.
Yeah,
Hey, we did a
also,
heist accidentally.
Yeah, I guess he
Super
ended up doing a heist.
Yeah, we've got 2 backpacks that, you know what? Whatever.
We just walk out,
we just walk. So
think-
Ollie's gonna lead the way as we run down because I know
Yeah,
we're
we're
Yeah,
running
and I think at
garages.
that point you do hear the front doors burst open, and you hear like guys shouting like, "Gotham PD!" and you can hear like heavy boots on the ground as the police burst in.
like the
we
elevator.
gotta go. I
dings
gotta
as we
find
go
my
down to the
wife.
parking
I
level.
feel like as we're leaving, like Jacky's just like, Avi, I still have the artifact in my backpack. You didn't check it.
Oh.
Good.
Uh,
We'll fence the damn thing. Come on.
Fuck yeah.
I want my jewelry.
You can keep
They're
it.
running.
David.
You all. Yes. Go ahead.
So when we get to the garage level, can I really quickly steal? Let's see. We've got Jacky and Harvey. We've got Manny. Is Ed with us? Ed, you're with us?
Yeah.
So we got Manny and Ed. Can I steal two? Can I just basically hotwire two cars really fast?
Yeah. Though Ed, you like.
Or
I
Ed
don't
gets
know if you want to go in the car or if you want to go get your kids, who are out on the side of the museum.
I'll give you a ride up to outside. It's okay.
One of them will be a full-size van, a windowless panel van.
Is there a little moped? Because let's be real, that's what Manny's gonna drive.
All
Smart
right.
car.
Figures really
It's a smart
can be
car.
choosers sometimes.
All right.
So-
Smart car for Manny and Ed. And
Perfect.
then what catches my eye for our fine upstanding neighborhood
Face.
coin flippers.
Oh,
Any car that's gonna get me out of here.
there's
It's a Ford.
there's
it's a 1993
there's like a
Ford Taurus.
two-tone. Yeah, there's like a two-tone convertible.
It's a two-tone
Oh
two-tone
my
convertible.
God,
Yeah.
I want that car.
Yeah. All right. Two-tone convertible. Boom. So really quickly, yeah, you just see Ollie just like, boom, and then just does something on a phone. A smart car door pops open. Just kind of gives you guys double.
Thanks,
double,
baby.
Like, Boy Scout salute, finger guns, and then runs over to the car where Poison Ivy is.
Great. And you pile into your respective vehicles, and I think we get this sort of overhead view of the exit from the parking garage as vroom 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 the vehicles burst out, probably just blowing past the police barricades. There's like a couple of cops on this side, and spread out in 4 different directions, zooming off into the night.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's gonna do it for us. You have managed to evade the bat. You have managed to simultaneously assist and sabotage your bosses and other villains of Gotham City. And you have made a clean getaway with some valuable artifacts.
We're on
So,
vacation. Goodbye, everybody.
what I
not
would like
before
to...
we have karaoke.
Yeah,
have to-
so
we have to
what I'd like to
debrief.
get, actually, let's say we get a shot of the 4 of you like a week later, sitting in the fancy auditorium of a theater, a concert hall, watching Ed's kids on stage doing their rescheduled performance. Ed, we see Sammy in the lead role do take their sort of solo turn, and then we pan over each of the 4 of you, Jacky, Manny. I think Harley is probably there this time. Maybe you have your heads on each other's shoulders in your seats. Olly and Ed. And I'd like to get one final epilogue shot of each of you, either at this performance or at some point in the next couple of weeks of the new year, but one final shot from each of you. Let's start with Ed.
Oh boy. I think just maybe it's like a montage. I think of Ed, kind of going along with the standing ovation. For Sammy, and giving each of his friends like a big hug. Jacky especially gets a big kiss on the cheek for thanks for like saving the day and everything.
We all did that.
You might be a villain, but to me, you're the real hero.
Stop it.
Ed!
And I think that's, and then I think it's just kind of like him, hanging out with his kids and
we get a quick view of you like hugging Sammy, coming off stage, and with your arms around your kids outside the theater.
And I give Benny the other battering.
Oh yeah, we get a shot of you bending down on the sidewalk outside the theater, and you look around, and you pass Benny, placing it into his hands, this batarang, and his eyes get big.
Batman told me to give this to you.
Wow.
Stay in school.
And Marcy, what is Jacky's? What's our parting shot of Jacky?
Yeah, I gotta think about this one a little bit. I feel like I'm gonna montage it just a bit.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of if it's been like a couple weeks later or something. There's definitely another heist going down. Like there's like sirens blaring like at a bank. She just like busts through it. She's got like a whole bunch of stuff now, but she's got like 2 awesome revolvers, and like she looks like more put together. Like maybe she got a promotion.
Are the 2 revolvers each a different color?
Of course they are.
Okay, good.
I feel like that was the montage of how we bought those right there. And I think like as she's like getting into like the getaway vehicle, like tossing like a whole bag full of money in there, and like I feel like the sirens are going off. Maybe there's a sighting of a black cloak moving over the skylights, kicking the car like into gear, sort of like turns over to Harvey and just be like, next time we're going on an actual date, as like the car speeds off. Amazing.
And it's definitely like I'm imagining your relationship getting like the sort of like visual vibe of it is a little who the hell was it in Baby Driver, the couple in Baby Driver.
Yes.
Like Harvey has
the
his
one played
arm
by John
over the
Hamm and
yeah. Harvey has his like arm over the back of the seat as you speed off, like around the seat where are.
Hell yeah.
Manny, let's get a parting shot of Manny.
So it's a couple weeks later for Manny too, and you see what actually looks very similar to the scene you just saw, except instead of a bank, you see Manny run out of a room being chased by these like really grumpy, angry-looking dudes who've clearly been roundhouse in the face a couple of times. And she runs and she jumps into the back of a convertible, like leaping onto it and sitting down. Let's go, baby, let's go. And then she leans over and kisses Harley and drops a giant bag of money into her backseat, saying, I love our dates. They're the best.
Yeah. And Harley, comes out of the kiss, throws some of the money in the air, and it streams out of the car as she goes, Happy New Year, babe! And you zoom off. And Olly. Let's get our last shot of Olly.
I think it's I think that this last shot of Olly does not take place in Gotham. I think time to lay low for a little bit, and let's take a road trip. I think I'm kind of picturing this in the era. I'm picturing this a few years, like a little bit back in time. There's some sort of major protests going on in North Dakota, Minnesota over oil pipelines, and you see a very nice old school drop top convertible, like probably maybe I'm thinking a Mustang, just kind of just
A classic.
fucking booking it east, and there is a large arsenal in the back seat, clearly visible, and poison ivy's in the passenger seat, and Ollie's just driving, and then you see them reach over and pop a cassette tape into this dashboard, and then you have the little moment, and then Poison Ivy reaches over, hits the play button, and then Toxic by Britney Spears starts playing.
Love it.
Absolute perfection.
As you see a entering North Dakota sign whiz by.
All right. And that's going to be our game, folks. Thanks to everybody who joined us to watch, and everybody who was chatting with us in the chat. Y'all are awesome. This has been Escape from Arkham, Night at the Museum. And thank you for joining us for this little two-parter on Flights of Fandom. Once again, I have been David. You can check out the games that I design over at dbb-8.itch.io. At some point, the hack that we have been playing today and last week, Escape from Arkham, will be up there, so keep an eye out. I don't know when it's going to be. It'll be there, though. It'll be there. So, feel free to follow me over there if you want to know when that drops. With that, I will kick it over to our cast.
It's me. I remember this time. I'm here. I am Mattie. I was Ed. But if you're interested in the things that I do, you can find me all over the web at Cellartator. I do art. I do illustration, which is art. And yeah, thank you guys so much for having me back on. It was really, really great. I've really missed being able to play with all of you. David, you're an amazing GM, and your voices are great, and the shenanigans and situations you put us in, choice. And Marcy, Puja, and Hopper it was really, really nice to be able to play with you all again, and I hope I can again soon. So thank you very much. And you guys should all check out everything that Flights of Fandom does. It's extremely cool. I'm extremely mad that I can't play in the other really cool fandoms. But I'm really glad I got to play in this one. So thank you very much.
Hey y'all, it's Marcy again, aka Experimental Madness. Thanks everyone for watching us all freak out and yearn for supervillains in Gotham. I want to pitch that in literally about an hour and a half, 8:30 Eastern time. There's going to be another stream right here on this channel, Dawn of Flame. It's going to be Tales from the Pack Worlds. Stick around. It's going to be really fun. And if that's not enough, there's going to be another stream tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern time, featuring myself as well as Hopper. It's our Invisible Sun game, The Hole in the World. We are coming back. We're not technically season 2, but we are starting our interlude, which will answer some questions we left hanging from part 1 of our stream, all of which you can find on YouTube now under Manapod Studios. So if you are looking for something to binge that is surreal and absolutely bonkers, I highly recommend it. Even if you haven't watched anything, the interlude is a great place to just sort of jump on in and get a feel for how wacky and wild this world is. So very excited about that. And because I'm just a never-ending stream of announcements today, we are actually back. Flights of Fandom is having a sort of like, we switched our schedule recently to Saturdays, but we are having some streams that happen on a Tuesday, like this Tuesday coming up. There's going to be a one-shot, and if I may tease this one just a little bit, everyone is going to be playing assassins that are systematically being hunted down and killed by John Wick. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Please tune in Tuesdays at the old regular time, 8 o'clock. It'll be lots of fun. And then we will be back to the Saturday streams on the 30th with some fun Jurassic Park shenaniganry, so stay tuned.
Mhm. Hi, folks. I'm Puja. Again, you can find me on Twitter at Puja and on Instagram and Twitch as Pujaberwalkie. I will be one of the many assassins trying to get away on Tuesday as our guest GM Desapalooza, who you may have seen on the Constantinople by Night stream, will be running us through an adaptation of Final Girl? Last
Yeah.
Girl? Final,
I think
one
it's
of the
Final
two.
Girl.
Yeah. So
Final
what
girl.
it's a
What?
churn and burn system, so we're all going to be playing a lot of different characters that die, and so stay tuned. I'm going to be wearing my full assortment of wigs to the extent I don't die more times than I have wigs. Fingers crossed. And you can also find me starting tomorrow on, this is a very hard name, Praxagorathus Morphea's Twitch channel, playing Blue Rose. We're doing a 12-week romantic fantasy campaign and the Green Ronin's Blue Rose system. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Gonna go back to our, your Mercedes Lackey style. So it's real fun. I've never played the age system, so I'm really excited to do it. Details for that you can find on my Twitter. There's a little pitch trailer that I'm in, and you might recognize me from one of the looks that I had on this stream. But yes, I look forward to seeing you out on the internet either tomorrow or Tuesday, both, and you can find me around. I'll be here.
Yeah. And as usual, last is me, Hopper. I have been and will continue to be, regrettably. I apologize for that, Hopper. And I've been playing Olly, who I love so much. This is so much fun. It was such a privilege to play with you guys. This has also been brought to you by an immense number of sunglasses. This isn't all of them. I can't hold them all.
Your sunglasses were the real MVP. Sorry,
dedication.
David, but fuck all the work you did, because
No, that's I have
the
to
sunglasses
agree.
were really what made it for me.
It's just sunglasses.
Maybe
More
the
sunglasses.
real sunglasses. Wait, maybe the real game was the sunglasses we put on along the way.
And the wigs.
Both of those statements that you were about to make would have been true.
Oh.
I won't, Mark. I won't. Ever. I will be around. I will be on all of the things that Marcy said, just to reiterate that. But also I am so goddamn excited for tomorrow. We have been away. We were on hiatus for a short little period for the holidays, and we're coming back with an interlude, and I have not been up late at night like a crazy person building this character sheet. Come watch the Bonkers Insanity tomorrow, which we're starting at 4:30
Eastern time.
Eastern, yeah, which is important, right here on manapodstudios.com. Do we have anything else to pitch? You could cover
I was gonna
everything.
say watch them and then come watch me, because I'm at 8
Double
Eastern.
feature.
Hell
Yeah.
yes, I'm definitely gonna be throwing that up on there, because hell yeah, Mercedes Lackey. That's a good
You had me at
name
that.
drop. Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually play intelligent animals, because that's a big component of those kinds
Have
of
you
books,
met
right?
me? That's my
Uh-oh.
favorite shit.
It's all about the connections and intrigue and finding yourself. There's common themes in romantic fantasy. Yeah.
So
You had me in it.
lots of great stuff coming up for you folks. Tune into all of that. You will have a great time, especially if you had a great time watching this. And with that, I will thank you all once more, sign off, and say see you for the next one, everybody.